disrespecting you should be the moment that you start reevaluating that relationship and who they are.
And it's the fact that people don't. Like, after being disrespected, you don't end up like analyzing things and evaluating yourself and your relationship and everything else. The biggest thing to me that was said, though, it was towards the end, when she was like, and don't think about, do they love me, do I love them? That doesn't matter. Because when you're getting disrespected, that doesn't matter. Think about it like this. If you have a friend, and if your friend is able to basically bully you, belittle you, and like make fun of you, embarrass you in front of other people and stuff like that. But Samantha, like, you guys love each other. She's known you since 5th grade, and we're like 15 now. Does that matter, Amy? Does it? That's the same comparison to a relationship. But like, Alex, like, you guys love each other though, right? Like, I know it's always toxic, but you guys love each other. Sit down, Samantha, because it doesn't matter. Let me tell you why. If you truly knew the psychology and the steps of the thinking process that goes into someone who lies to you, someone who manipulates you, someone who literally benefits off of not even having to put in half of the effort, let alone any effort, to keep you. Even just cheating. If you would know what goes into the steps of cheating, you would all be disgusted, puking, throwing up. That man has already thought about that woman in bed. That man has already fantasized about her while being in the same bed as you every night. That man has probably texted her. It's just so much. He's thought about her, babe. Psychology exists for a reason, people. Anyway, but people want to act like love is the barometer to stay, and it truly isn't. Let me tell you why. You have to have trust, communication, understanding, and intimacy. Intimacy is not the pleasures that you guys are thinking about. There's actually stronger intimacy that has nothing to do with pleasure. Yeah. How can you have a relationship if you don't have trust, if you don't have communication, if you don't have even an understanding of the relationship? So if this person feels the need that they can just disrespect you, oh, baby, I wouldn't want them anymore. No, because when you feel like you can truly just disrespect me and everything can go back to like a Tuesday or something like that, no, something's going to change. But it's the fact that a lot of women and people do not change what they do and how they go about somebody after obviously they've been shown even by friends how they are treated and how they are thought of, you know? So like we have to actually take accountability to our own hands. And by that I'm not saying, oh, judge that woman because like his girl best friend, they're a little too close, it's her fault. No, like we have to really accept people for who they are and understand that everybody has free will. And it's the fact that women honestly do want to go after the other woman who is like sleeping with their man or something like that because it's their fault. Cindy, is it really their fault? Is it really their fault? Because it's a fact that for you, you've had dudes come up to you, flirt with you, and etc. everything, and you didn't shake or move a muscle because you're a committed gal. It's the fact that your man didn't even hesitate to move. He leaped at the opportunity. You guys are not the same. You guys are not alike. And there are literally people there are people who do have that value. If there are 8 billion people in this world, Cindy, do you think that there truly is not another person who can give you the love that you need and what you deserve? And then people want to be with liars, and then they complain about them lying. They lied to me. Why did he lie to me? I knew I couldn't trust him. Don't. Why you keep believing in the lies, Elizabeth? Why do you keep believing in the lies? If I have shown you the same consistency with everything that I am, you know that this is me. And for you to be fighting it and not accepting it shows me that you still are holding on to the potential that you see in me that I do not really have. Because if I actually had that potential, I would use it. But even if I did have it and you were correct, who knows if you're the girlfriend that I'm gonna be with for me to grow. See, and like I feel like too, some people would try to put themselves in other people's positions. For example, some people like are in hookup culture because they're trying to get a boyfriend, and so therefore like you hear all these other stories about how like yeah, they started off as friends with benefits, whatever, but they actually did fall in love. That's not your story. That is not your story though. So why stop trying to make other people's stories your stories to feel wanted or to be validated of whatever. Stop that. Because like the more that you run away from like who you actually are and what you need, the people who you choose shows me that you honestly don't know what you need. Because if you knew what you need, you wouldn't do that. And it also shows me that not only is that person toxic who you're with, but you're also kind of toxic, because a like a healthy person wouldn't have even stayed in that. Not even for a day. So it's just a lot to learn in life. But the disrespect is crazy how many of you guys truly do let it slide, and then you wonder why you're in the same situation and then in the same predicament. People who overthink, they self-doubt, low self-esteem, etc. People know. People can tell. And therefore you are more so a prey for people than the predator. It's yeah, but this is why we have to go through things, guys. We have to go through things in order to learn, in order to evolve, and etc. And it's all of our journeys. So yeah. People want to ask, why do they have to keep going through this? Why do they have to learn this lesson? It's because until you learn that lesson, you are truly not able to level up, because you still have not known what your worth is, let alone what you deserve. This is why we have to keep going through things. You will keep going through the same lesson in different bodies, different friends, different people, until you learn it. And when you learn it, you don't attract those people or things again. You raise your vibrational frequency. We all have a frequency. I can do a video about that next.